Hi.
Hi everyone, Emily wanted to say hi. So I'm going to show you today how to add a post to a particular folder before sending that post out to students and how to put an activity into a particular folder before sending it out to students. Um, Before we start, two things that I recommend. One, I recommend already having the folders created. And two, if you have your own iPad, it is helpful to download, like I have an iPad right here, but to download the Seesaw app onto your iPad from a student's perspective, you can just download Seesaw Class and then you can sign in as one of your kids. So to get started on putting a post, Emily, putting a post into a folder. So we're going to press the add button. We're going to press post to student work. I'm going to create a note that says art is awesome. Okay, I'm going to press the check mark. Press the check mark again. Now, because I already have my folders created, I'm going to assign it just to Emily. After this page, after I select what students, then my folder page will immediately pop up. There we go. So this is supposed to be for art. So I'm going to click art. Check. Now that post was pushed out to all of the families, or not really, it was just pushed out to Emily, my test person. And you can see at the bottom here that it is now in her art folder, or our art folder. Now, assigning an activity. So let's say you want to put an activity in a folder before handing it out to the class. So I'm going to press the plus button. I'm going to press assign activity. You probably already know this, but there are 3 different ways to assign an activity. You can do it out of your own library. You can do something out of the school and district. Right now, we don't have anything in there that I know of. Or you can get from the Seesaw community. But let's say I want to assign this word families activity. So I'm going to click here. Then I'm going to click assign. The most important button once you have an assign an activity is this edit students, folders, and skills. So you can, if you click on here, you can edit who is going to get the information, the activity, where the activity is going to go. So I click here. And for this case, I obviously don't want it to go out to all the students. So I'm going to press this first button, which unclicks everyone. I'm going to go down to my test kid, which is Emily. Then I will go back to the top. And now, instead of being in the Students tab, I'm going to switch to the Folders tab. And all of my folders are listed. Since it's a word work activity, I'll just stick it in reading. And now I press the check mark. Another little tidbit that took me a long time to figure out, when it says assign, I'm looking at the green box at the bottom. When it says assign to one class, that doesn't mean that this is going to be assigned to your whole class. It means it's going to assign to one student in the class. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to press this. All right, so now the activity has been assigned to Emily. You can't tell that on this screen, but I have Emily's iPad here, and I'm hoping you'll be able to see it. Wait, it's my iPad, but so here's Seesaw. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to pull up Emily's activities, and it has the pedal activity, and below it, it says reading. So it's kind of gray and muted. She doesn't see it as color like I have it on my screen, but it's automatically put into the reading folder. All right, hopefully that was helpful. I hope you all are doing well. Thanks. Bye.